Ladies as well as gentlemen, my name's Papa Boris, and I'm out for blood. My gold has dipped below 2,500 once again. I was above 2,700 after a hot streak, and dark times fell upon us. Let's go ahead and grab Rogue and see what we can do. Well, I feel really bad passing on Sunwalker. I know you've seen me pass on this card so many times, but it's just whenever I get it, there's always other good rares here, and I think Perdition's Blade is very, very close to a must-take for rogues. It's just so good. It's removal and a weapon all in one. I'm going to go ahead and grab it there. Shiv is a good card, but Deadly Poison, I think, edges it out. It's a Fiery War Axe, and those are good. Backstab, my favorite spell in the game. I'll take over pretty much anything, so let's grab that. And here we have a bunch of trash. I think Voodoo Doctor merits some consideration because rogues do need to gain life, but I'm going to grab the Novice Engineer for card draw because that's pretty good for rogues. Oh no! We get total trash here. Shit. Boy. I guess I'll take the Cold Dead Oracle. That could be good for rogues, drawing lots of cards and stuff. Alright, Cold Blood I'm not a super big fan of. We'll take a Dark Iron Dwarf here. It's a good card. Haven't played with it in a while. Mogushan Warden's nifty, but we'll take Shiv. I think that's a good one to have somewhere in here. Shadow Step, I'm not a super big fan of. I've tried it in Arena. Doesn't seem to work very well. We'll take Defias Ringleader. And Spiteful Smith. This is a great card. I love this card a lot. I think it may be a touch underrated. I don't have like statistical evidence to back it up. It's just in my experience. It being a common, I see it played very infrequently. A 4/6 for 5 mana is totally fine. And then all the weapon classes, you know, Rogue obviously, but Warrior, Shaman even maybe. You'd expect to see this coming down. It's really nice. We're going to grab that here. We have an Epic. I've been lucky with my Epics recently, seeing lots of Sea Giants. Is that better than a Kidnapper? Oh man, it's a tough call. I think the Kidnapper may be cheaper sometimes, but if you don't combo it out, it's just totally unplayable. So you have to combo it. And then you sort of bounce the creature back. I mean, rogues already have plenty of removal. What do I got? I got Deadly Poison, Backstab, Shiv, and a Perdition's Blade. I have quite a lot of removal here already. So I really need more kind of quasi-removal. I don't know. An 8/8 is really good, but my instincts tell me the Kidnapper is the way to go, so we'll see if I regret it. Flesh-Eating Ghoul is one of my favorite cards. I love this very, very much. Defias Ringleader is interesting. Definitely Betrayal is one of the more suspect rogue spells. I mean, it costs a whopping 2 mana, which for rogues is expensive. And you can't always kill what you want to kill with this thing. At the same time, I've already got a Ringleader and a Novice Engineer, so Ringleader, I don't think it's correct to just load up on a billion of these. We'll take the removal here in the form of Betrayal. Shattered Sun Cleric, one of just the greatest cards ever, especially if you can pull off a Defias Ringleader or a Novice Engineer. Buffing them up makes a really big difference. Bloodsail Raider, though, worth considering, definitely. I mean, I'm a rogue, so this is at least a 3/3. With Deadly Poison, becomes a 5/3. But I think Shattered Sun Cleric is just more consistent and good. Yeah, this is not a good pick. We'll take the Raid Leader for some more buffing, although the Wolf Rider was a consideration. Rocketeer, I'm not a big fan of. Vanish, I know people say it's good. Like, I've had people comment on my videos that it's good. I've literally never seen this card be good. Literally never. Yeah, I'm gonna stand by that statement. I have literally never seen Vanish be good. Like I've never had an opponent that played against me been like, oh damn, if only he hadn't had Vanish. I just never cared. It's like, okay, you spent your whole turn putting my minions back into my hand. I'm the first player to replay them, and all my battle cries happen again. So we'll take the Ooze as an out against weapons. Okay, second Betrayal. I'm not gonna take over a Premier 3-drop here in the form of the Harvest Golem. Gotta make sure we get creatures. So here, the Tiger is exactly what I want as a rogue. It's a good creature, sort of mid-game-ish, but I'm not going to take it over a Backstab. I would take it over just about any other removal spell, but not over Backstab. Okay, card draw is really great for rogues because a lot of their spells are so cheap. This is a great card here, but I'm going to make sure I get the Panda going, or not the Panda, the Cult Master here. Jesus. I really do want to take mid and late game, but I guess I have to take Assassin's Blade here. This is a card, as we've seen, is if you don't get off to a good start, you're going to be behind. My curve is quite heavily coming out at 2 and 3 mana, so I'm likely not to be behind by the time turn 5 comes around. Fairy Dragon's nice against priests and rogues and mages, but we'll grab this. We'll make sure we have it. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Thank God the Violet Teacher's here, or else that would have been a disaster. Backstab number 3. Interesting. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take backstab number 3. I mean, assassinate is nice, but I just really think backstab is that good. I'm sorry, folks. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Now, Violet Teacher is interesting. She makes 1/1s when you cast spells. The questing adventure could be big. And with rogues, I mean, there's lots of cheap stuff. It's not that hard to make them big necessarily. Ah, now I wish I had taken that Conceal. Conceal obviously is very good with questing adventure. We'll take the Violet Teacher. It's a bit more consistent, and I could use a bit more fat in my deck. Okay, this Panda is a consideration. He's a really big body for 4 mana. And let's see, what can I bring back? Well, this to bust up another weapon, get more ringleaders, draw another card. Draw 2 more cards. Cough. No, no. Get another buff here, get another buff. There's a fair amount that I would actually want to bring back. On turn 10, if I already have a Kidnapper on the board, I could actually play this to bring the Kidnapper back and then replay him right away to pop something back. Yeah, I think that's better than the Lord of the Arena, so we'll grab it. Cold Blood is an interesting possibility. I don't have any swarm creatures at the moment. The only thing I could really be happy to put that on is a Novice Engineer or a Defias Ringleader. Yeah, I think it's a bit too touchy. Do I want another 2-drop creature? What have I got? 1, 2, 3 so far? I think I could take another one. But Deadly Poison is very good. So how many creatures do I have? Let's just do a creature count. I got 1, 2, 3. I'm not counting that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So actually under half my deck is creatures at the moment, but that's 14 out of 23. So I think I could take more removal here. We'll grab the Deadly Poison. Jesus, why does it all have to be so terrible? Oh, God. Where are all the endgame creatures here? I think the only thing I've seen at 6 mana or more was a Reckless Rocketeer. Boy. Am I going to try Vanish? Is this what I'm going to do? No, but these are such bad cards. Oh, God. Well, we'll take the Murloc. I don't feel good about that, though. I just really don't like Vanish. Okay. So, I'm going to take the Gorobashi, though I don't like him. I don't want another Assassin's Blade. The 2 of them is just, one of them means it's just dead in your hand. And he dies to Stampeding Codas, but we got to risk it here because we don't have any endgame. We get some endgame. Well, the Frostwolf Warlord is riskier, but with my curve being so low, I think I'm going to grab him up. The Wind Fury Harpy hits harder, but she costs more, and I'm just willing to risk the requirements of the Frostwolf Warlord. Have another chance at Conceal. I'm going to take it here. The Panda would be nice, but I have already a lot of 2-drops. Cold Blood, I just don't really know. I'm not a big fan of it. We'll take the Conceal here. That could be really, really good. Okay. Well, here we'll take the Assassinate for some 1-click removal. And our final thing, since I took Conceal, yeah, although the Inmaster is nice for the Frostwolf Warlord, I think Questing Adventure, since I have Conceal, is good. One point that I've made a while ago, and I'll make it again, is that you should not dismiss 2-card synergy in Hearthstone. You shouldn't be like, oh, well, these 2 cards go really well together, but, what are the odds I'm going to draw them together? Actually, higher than you think. I mean, in most games, you're going to go at least through half your deck. So the odds that any 2 given cards would both be in the same half of the deck is actually like 50%. The odds that they would both be in the top half of the deck are 25%. So in a quarter of your games, on average, you'll see those 2 cards come together. It's not that unlikely. Okay, this is a pretty terrible hand. So first of all, I'm first, which is obviously sad, because I want to be second for those Questing Adventures and Defias Ringleaders. But second of all, I have none of my early plays. What is going on here? Jesus. Well, we'll have to rely on the dagger. Oh, man. Jeez. This is not a good start. No Defias Ringleaders, no backstabs, no removal, or anything. And, of course, there's Northstar Cleric, of course. Because, of course, there is. That's great. Backstab. That is timely. Oh, man. That was really timely. Make sure you do the order right. You have to backstab first, because it doesn't target damaged minions. And then we'll kill out with the dagger. So, no card advantage exactly for me yet. I used a backstab to kill the Northstar Cleric. But hopefully the Flesh-Eating Ghoul will stick. Okay, the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, well, it might stick. I mean, yeah, I'm going to have to play it. So play it first. I'm going to kill the bigger creature because that reduces the damage potential against the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. So now my opponent really wants a Shadow Word Pain to kill this thing off. If he doesn't get one, I could potentially get ahead here. Oh, he's fingering the card he just drew. There's a coin and... Warden. Well, could be better. It could be worse. That's about all I can say, really. Betrayal doesn't really work here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and play Shattered Sun Cleric, buff up that ghoul, swing for 4, and we're gonna pass the turn. I could have played Conceal to hide my creatures from removal, but I figure if he didn't have a Shadow Word Pain last time, you know, probably doesn't have it this time. If he could have also used the Murloc Scout and a Holy Smite to kill the Flesh-Eating Ghoul and didn't do that either. So I figure he doesn't have it. It's still at 4, so it can't be killed by Shadow Word Death. Notice he's putting this on the outside. I don't know if that's intentional, but it's nice for him because it means Betrayal doesn't really work. Now I'm actually thinking about Betrayal anyway. So let's see. I could play Betrayal on this. That will kill off the Murloc Scout and pop Divine Shield. Then the Flesh-Eating Ghoul can kill the Mogushan Warden, and I can use a Shattered Sun Cleric to kill the Silvermoon Guardian. The Flesh-Eating Ghoul is at 2 health, so it will die to a Holy Smite, but it is huge, so it's do or die for my opponent. What's another option I have here? I mean, I could just kill this thing, and then how do I get rid of this? What I could do is I could kill this, wait, and then play Conceal, but I could just play Conceal anyway. Haha! Alright, that's what I want to do. Yep, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do Betrayal here. Pop Divine Shield, kill the Thingamajigger.
Push forward.
Oops, I gotta do this right. I gotta kill that with this. Gotta do that. I could make a Novice Engineer, I suppose. I should have done that first. Always draw cards first. Well, I'll play it in any case. Draw a card. We're gonna play Conceal. So basically, he could play Holy Nova here. That would kill both of my creatures. Then that would be his whole turn. He'd have 4 cards to 4. Okay, well, he had it. That's life. That's life. He had the Holy Nova. So now, though, I think I'm in pretty good shape because I can play this and that. So I'm a little bit low on life because of the dagger. I hit stuff with the daggers. Well, I hit the Murloc with the dagger. How did I get down so low?
You gotta be kidding me!
That thing's pretty big. Oh, Dark Iron Dwarf's not quite enough either. Dark Iron Dwarf gets us only up to 5. I could hit this once with a dagger. That doesn't seem good. I could race. This is an interesting proposition. I could play Assassin's Blade, Deadly Poison. This is a 5/4 up, and this is 20 damage right here. It takes, 4 turns to get there. Jeez. Or I could just throw these 2 creatures away into the Ventrico Mercenary. Or I could throw just the Golem away, and then the Assassin's Blade would finish it off. It's an interesting possibility. That would be 7 damage, going down to 15 health.
So many options.
Alright, now this is a waste of 1 tick of Deadly Poison, you might think. But the reason I'm doing this is that I have the mana left over, so I might as well use it. Do I hit that thing, or do I just... I think I do. Damn. Well, I put myself in a really great situation. If he didn't have Holy Nova, he had Holy Nova to kill my 8/2 Flesh-Eating Ghoul. And now I'm kind of in trouble. I'm low on life, and he's actually ahead of me on cards. Well, this is 2 cards right here. 2 cards in 1. This is the Assassin's Blade and a Deadly Poison. It's like a super weapon. If he has an Ooze, I'm just totally screwed. Jeez. Shadow Madness is a pretty good answer. So for 4 mana, he killed both my creatures. Now I have no creatures on the board. This is 15 damage, which I'm low at life, so I'll have to use it to hit my opponent. That was one of the worst cards I could have drawn. I actually have to play this thing. It's terrible, but I have to play it. I can't afford not to put a body on the board. Man, the 6 health on that Ventrico is such a problem. God damn it. Fuck. This game is not off to a good start, that's for sure. Well, I'm going to kill this thing. I think I just lose the game if I don't. I'm going to play a Frostwolf Warlord. This could have been a Wind Fury Harpy. That's a regret. It would have definitely been better if this were a Wind Fury Harpy, that's for sure. And I have this weapon. Yeah, I'm drawing terrible cards, and my opponent has all the good ones. Jesus. Mind Blast. And draws a card. Well, Mind Blast, if it draws a card, is totally fine. I'm boned. I have to get removal for this thing. Backstab isn't going to do it. Well, it is actually. It is actually going to do it. I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to swing at his face. Backstab. this thing, and then the combo off the Perdition's Blade. This could have been a Sunwalker. I don't know if that would have been better or worse. Hard to say. Well, I'm at 6 health, which is not good, and he has 5 cards. He just has too many cards. If we were in this situation and he had no cards, who knows? But with 4 cards, I'm screwed. Now I have to trade my only creature in for this Cult Master. And the Raging Worgen is still there. Yeah, it's over. It is over. Deadly Poison. God damn it. Oh, man. This deck just, I don't know if it's like just not finely tuned or what, but we got off to a good start, then we just totally ran out of steam. The Novice Engineer drew a card, but then it just died to Holy Nova, so it really didn't gain me anything. And then I didn't draw any of my cards. Yeah, he just has cards, and it's over. God damn it, that game was frustrating. Does that mean my deck is bad? I don't know. I think that was just a really... I'm gonna go out in style. That was just a really bad draw, is what I'm gonna say. It's possible I could have drafted differently, and you know, someone may be able to point out an error in the comments. But I think my deck is okay. I think I even could have beaten my opponent's deck. I think the draw was just so terrible that I lost. So that's my opinion. That's my take on that game. We'll see what happens. I mean, if I go out like 1 and 3, then we'll have to say that probably I did misdraft it. Someone posted in the comments that the way that Trump did well with a Warlock is by having lots of 1 and 2 mana cards and playing super aggressively. I don't know. I think it's a very risky way to play though, because if you don't get your drops, then your opponent only needs very little to get off to a fast start, and then he actually has an endgame and you don't, so you lose. Like this deck, like the curve is really stacked heavy on 2 and 3, but I didn't see any of my 2 drops. And then my opponent had the removal that he needed, so he won. Alright, so here, I think these are all sort of role player types of cards. We'll keep the Deadly Poison as removal, that's fine. Let's try to maximize our chances of getting a Defias Ringleader or something. Nope, okay. Maybe I have too many weapons? I don't know. Drawing the Perdition's Blade when I was holding an Assassin's Blade definitely hurt my soul. That's for sure. Jesus Christ, what is going on here? Okay, well this Deadly Poison, you know what, it could have been, one of these Deadly Poisons could have been a Defias Ringleader, I believe. So maybe I should have taken that instead. I mean, it certainly would have turned out better. Shiv. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to swing with the dagger because I've got these 2 Deadly Poisons, so there's really no point in swinging. Most of what he could play at 3 mana, I could kill. He chooses to play nothing. I finally have a creature. Okay. As I've often said, the bane of decks that have lots of removal is when your opponent doesn't play any creatures and just uses removal to kill your creatures. So, like, really control-y type decks are sort of the banes of each other. When you want to kill your opponent's creatures, what you want is for the few creatures that you play to stick. There might have been a way that I could have killed everything that turn without having the Flesh-Eating Ghoul go down to 2 health, where it died to Holy Nova. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Well, let's play Deadly Poison. And actually, should I shiv? I'm just going to shiv this thing. Seems like a good use of shiv. Questing Adventure, okay.
Here we go.
Alright, so the Flesh-Eating Ghoul party has begun. Spiteful Smith is good to see. It's one of the few sources of beef in my deck. The Questing Adventure, though, is a consideration. I could potentially play lots of spells next turn. I mean, I could potentially play like him. I have 2 mana left. Coin. Are you... Chip. God. One time in my life I played Deadly Poison and my opponent actually has an ooze. You gotta be kidding me. Well, anyway, we have something to backstab. I think it's going to be time to buff up a Questing Adventure. Charge! Are you who plays with Charge? Oh my god. That's actually really awful because now I have nothing to backstab. God damn it. Oh man, what is going on with these games? Okay, well, what we'll do here is... I think I'm actually going to play a Violet Teacher, even though it doesn't use up my mana.
Attention, class.
I'm about to play a lot of spells. Questing Adventure, then I have 3 mana. Coin means 4 mana. I mean, I could, like, Dagger, Backstab, Deadly Poison, all kinds of stuff.
Try this.
Alright, does he have a charge for this, too? That would be great, if he did. That'd just be delightful, thanks. Okay, so, think it is time for the questing adventure.
Give me a quest.
Backstab plus dagger will do the trick on this. I don't need to deadly poison then, unfortunately. That's kind of a waste. I could, of course, just coin and cult master. That seems silly. This isn't a... This is whenever you play... Oh, yeah, this actually works. I could Perdition's Blade. Here's an idea. I'm going to do this. I'm going to backstab that.
I'm ready to learn.
I'm going to Perdition's Blade to shoot this thing. I am going to take a little bit of a risk here. I'm going to play a coin. And I'm going to play Deadly Poison.
I am ready to learn.
Instruction begin.
And I'm just going to keep the weapon in my hand. So if he gets the ooze, that would be really ball breaking because it would kill two of my cards, the Blade and the Deadly Poison. So that would explain why he's happy. He would end up with so many cards in his hand versus me. But he already played one ooze. What are the odds he had another? Man, I've had drafts where I didn't see a single ooze. So I'm not going to play around somebody having, you know, two oozes. Well, I got a 6/6 questing adventure on a 6-mana turn. That's just kind of what rogues do. A little bit difficult for a warrior to deal with this. He'd really need to whack it with the axe and have an execute. That's kind of the only game in town. Gorehowl. Gorehowl. Fucking Gorehowl. Well, balls. So I have all these 1/1s. I can't play the Cult Master yet, though. There's nothing to run them into. Conceal. That's interesting. Let's play Spiteful Smith. Let's attack with everything. The order is very important, because when you deal damage, you go out of stealth. So first you have to attack, then you have to conceal. I guess this happens first, then we are all in stealth mode. I'm not going to hit my opponent. I think it's fine. So he can't whack anything with Gorehowl just yet. And I might be able to even win next turn. I mean, I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 15 damage. Okay, I can't quite win. Had I hit him with the blade last turn, I might be able to win this turn. But I can definitely deal a lot of damage to him.
What now?
Conceal, man. That's a rogue spell that's really good. I'm not a big fan of Shadow Step in the arena, but Conceal has been terrific. Cleave. So it kills a thing and it hurts my Pilot Teacher a little bit. He's lucky that didn't hit my Spiteful Smith. That would have really ruined his day. What was he hoping to achieve with the Cleave? I guess he was hoping it would kill 2 of the 1/1s, maybe? Hard to say. Now, if he plays anything, like any kind of creature, Cult Master drops, these 1/1s turn into cards. And life is good. Alright, he's going to kill another 1/1. So he's actually, I don't think he knows it, but he's actually dramatically reducing how many cards I'm going to get. Could play a Frostwolf Warlord. What would this be? An 8/8? Survives Gorehowl. Yeah, I think we'll do this.
The Frostwolves stand ready.
And I'll just turn in a 1/1
Here
and use the weapon. So I'm not getting this guy in rage just yet.
I shall do as you say.
Okay. So we'll pass the turn. Don't click your hero power as a rogue absent-mindedly, because that will destroy your weapon. Well, he's on the ropes here. I mean, this is 8 plus 4 is 12 damage. You can armor up to 13. There's a couple more things. And I have an Assassinate should he decide to play a taunt of some sort. So, yeah, this game against Beastman the Warrior is going like the opposite of the game against the Priest. This is like an illustration of what the deck is capable of. And why I think it's a good deck. I think there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with a nice rogue deck. Kind of makes me regret that I didn't take 2 questing adventurers, given how good the 1 was. But if I had 2, it would be hard. If I drew them both, it would kind of suck. Well, I still threatened with extinction. This is, I mean, just on the board without knowing what's in my hand. 12, 13, 17 damage. Now his creatures have charged. He's got 6 mana worth of creatures, but he's going to need something pretty good to take this down. Oh, wow. He's going to destroy Gorehowl. Wow, that's desperation. That is desperation. That doesn't really accomplish anything, I'm afraid, sir. Well, yeah, he realizes it.
well played.
He could have killed the Frost Wolf. Whoa, no, he couldn't. That's 7. That's only 7 attack. Whoops. All right. Well, that was like the best of times and the worst of times right there. That was a Dickens of a times. Ho! Because we got crushed and then we crushed somebody. So the rest of the arena should be fun. I hope you stick around for it. The rest of the games are coming up in an upcoming video. If you enjoyed this one, please like and/or subscribe, and I shall see you soon. Till then.